Whale attacked by millions of barnacles. When rescue team arrived, it did something shocking. The shocking encounter. A whale's silent. Thank you. The ocean stretched endless under a pale dawn sky when the call came in. A lone whale, drifting listlessly, miles off the coast, covered in what looked like a living shroud. Fishermen had radioed it first. It's not moving right. Something's wrong. By the time the rescue team from the Marine Life Sanctuary reached the coordinates, the sun was climbing, turning the water into a mirror of gold and blue. Captain Elena. Reyes gripped the wheel of their vessel, the Sea Guardian, her knuckles white. She'd seen whales with barnacles before. Hell, every gray whale carried a few like badges of their migrations. But millions. That was a death sentence in slow motion. As they cut the engine and drifted closer, the sight hit them like a punch to the gut. The whale, a massive humpback, easily 40 feet long, lay half-submerged, its blowhole barely sputtering misty breaths every few minutes. Barnacles clustered everywhere, thick as armor on its back, trailing down the flukes like jagged chains, even crusting around its eyes and mouth. These weren't the small, harmless hitchhikers. These were goose barnacles, some as big as fists, their stalks burrowing deep into the skin, drawing blood and sapping strength. The whale's hide, usually sleek and dark, had turned ghostly pale, in patches, raw and inflamed where the parasites had feasted unchecked. It must have been migrating south when the infestation exploded. Maybe a weakened immune system, or bad luck in warm currents where barnacles thrive. The weight alone could have been tons, dragging it down, making every breath a battle. Jesus, muttered Jake, the youngest on the team, a marine biologist fresh out of grad school. His voice cracked over the radio. It's not even trying to dive. Look at it, just floating there like it's given up. Elena scanned the horizon. No pod in sight, no calves, no mates. This whale was alone, isolated in its suffering. The team, suited up in wetsuits, grabbing specialized tools, curved scrapers, gentle pry bars, and antiseptic sprays designed for delicate ops. They knew the drill from smaller rescues, but this was unprecedented. Approach too fast, and the whale might panic, thrashing and injuring itself, or them. Too slow, and it could sink before they made a dent. Tension hung thick in the air, thicker than the salt spray. Easy does it, Elena said, her voice steady but her heart pounding. Circle wide, then close in from the tail. No sudden moves. The boat eased forward, engine throttled to a whisper. The whale didn't flinch as they neared. Up close, the horror deepened. Barnacles pulsed faintly with the waves, their feathery cirri waving like tiny flags of invasion. The whale's eye, a deep black pool the size of a dinner plate, stared blankly at the surface. Was it conscious? In pain? Or already slipping away? Elena felt a chill despite the warming sun. Whales could hold their breath for hours, but this one was surfacing too often, too shallowly, signs of exhaustion closing in. They started at the fins, the least sensitive spots. Mia, the vet with steady hands, leaned over the side first. She selected a cluster near the pectoral fin, slipping the pry tool under a large barnacle's base. On 3, she whispered to Jake, who held a bucket for the debris. 1, 2, 3. Twist, lift, release. The barnacle came free with a soft pop, revealing a crater of reddened flesh. The whale twitched, just a flicker of its massive fin, but enough to send a ripple through the water. The team froze. Did it feel that? Jake asked, eyes wide. Has to, Mia replied. They're sensitive under all that blubber. Keep going, but watch for stress signals. Our 1 blurred into 2. They worked in rotations, scraping methodically, section by section. Barnacles rained into buckets, thousands already, clattering like shells. The whale's breathing steadied a fraction, less ragged, but suspense built with every removal. What if infection had set in too deep? What if the blood loss weakened it further? Elena kept glancing at the depth finder, half expecting the whale to roll and dive, vanishing into the blue abyss. But it stayed, submissive, trusting, or too far gone to care. By midday, sweat soaked their suits despite the breeze. The sun beat down, turning the deck hot. They'd cleared the fins and most of the back, but the head and blowhole remained a nightmare. Barnacles crusted so thick they blocked airflow. "If we don't get these, it'll suffocate," Elena said, wiping salt from her brow. Tension peaked here. One wrong move near the eyes or mouth could blind it or cause a spasm. Jake took the lead on the face, his hands trembling slightly. "Steady, big guy," he murmured as if the whale could hear. Pry. Twist. Another cluster gone. The whale exhaled sharply, a whoosh that sprayed the boat in mist. Everyone jumped back, hearts racing. Was this it? Panic? Escape? No. The whale held position, its massive body rocking gently. But then something shifted. As Mia cleared a path around the blowhole, the whale lifted its head ever so slightly. Not in aggression, but curiosity. Its eye locked on hers, deep, ancient, unblinking. Time stretched. The team held collective breath, tools midair. "Come on, fight for us," Elena whispered. They pressed on, the pace quickening as hope flickered. Afternoon shadows lengthened. They'd removed what felt like a million, though counts were impossible. The whale's skin, now mostly bare, gleamed wet and raw but alive, pinkish healing already underway in spots. Breathing deepened, rhythmic. It breached once, just a partial rise, testing the lightness. Water cascaded off its back like a waterfall. Climax hit as the sun dipped low, painting the sea in oranges and pinks. The last barnacle, a stubborn monster near the tailstock, resisted. Jake wedged the tool, muscles straining. Almost. Got it. Pop. It released and the whale surged, not away but upward. A full breach, body twisting in the air, free of its chains. It crashed down, sending waves rocking the boat. The team cheered, laughing through tears, but suspense lingered. Would it flee now? Instincts kicking in? Instead, the shocking moment unfolded. The whale circled back, slow and deliberate. Its enormous head nudged the boat's hull, gentle, like a dog nosing a hand. Not once, but twice. Then it rolled, exposing its belly and vulnerability, before righting and lingering. Eyes met eyes again. No words, but the message was clear. Gratitude. Trust. In that golden hour, human and Leviathan shared a silent bond. The ocean their witness. Finally, as stars pricked the sky, the whale turned. A powerful flick of its tail, and it dove. Graceful, strong, reborn. The team watched until it was a speck, then nothing. Exhaustion hit, but so did satisfaction. They'd saved a life, earned a thank you no human could script. Back at base, stories would be told, but the real magic stayed in that quiet sea. A reminder that sometimes rescue goes both ways.